But on the phone, I have Christine Franz Fababa. She knew both of Phoebe, who was the young girl who died, both of the parents. Christine, did you ever have any concern about John?
I first met John in 2008, and when I met him, he was thinner, and he was very happy and outgoing and just a pretty roundabout normal guy. I was really happy for Michelle. Over the course of the years, I've seen him decline in his mental health state. I saw him in 2010. Phoebe was about 10 months old, and my oldest son was just born, and they had come over to visit, and he was just very manic and over the top. But over the next several years after that, he would go from very happy and manic and over the top to very depressed and kind of angry, just very vindictive. And I saw him last about a year ago, and that's how he was then. And
you keep using the word manic. Was he known to be bipolar?
I knew he was bipolar sometime around 2010 when Phoebe was just a couple months old. He had come over, like I said, to see my son who just got home from the hospital, and Michelle and Phoebe, and he had gained a significant amount of weight, and he said it was because of his meds. And then it was Michelle confirmed he was bipolar.
Sam?
And he was on some kind of medication.
Christine, you mentioned that he was really vindictive and angry. Can you give us some anything that you witnessed that made you come to that conclusion?
And let me just say also, and sort of give us, in addition, we know he's had mental illness, okay, but was there a psychological component here as well that made him mistreat Michelle?
I never saw him mistreat Michelle, but I knew that was unfolding. One of the last times I talked with Michelle, he had been sent to jail. He was in jail for a number of days on domestic issues. He had hit her, and I told her I was very glad that she was getting away from him. And as in terms of, I'm sorry, I forget the second question.
It's okay. I think you flushed it out a little bit.
Right.
She's asking how you knew there was vindictiveness and aggression and whatnot. So, Christine, listen, I thank you for joining us, and it's such a sad, sad story. I mean, hopefully, locally, the services can be beefed up. Maybe that attorney that was so emotional in that little piece can perhaps exert some influence or create some motivation to change things. And I also have to say that HLN cannot independently confirm any of the allegations that have been made by Christine. Leanne, do you want to make a comment there?
No, I just wanted to ask Christine if she ever thought that seeing him with Phoebe, if she was ever concerned for Phoebe's well-being. I mean, if he would hit the mom and go to jail for
that's enough, isn't it? Isn't that enough that we're concerned about Phoebe? And Wendy, you're kind of giving a knowing nod on that one.
Yeah.
Well, when it comes, again, though, this is that same argument, though. We have to make sure that we remember, though, that there are plenty of parents out here who are living with mental health disorders who do not harm their children.
Oh, listen, not only that.
We have to say that.
But Spirit, I'm so glad you said that, because there's two sides to this. One is we understand what went down as related to mental illness, and then people say we're excusing the behavior. No, we're not excusing the behavior.
No,
once the behavior occurs, now it's the legal system is going to take over. What we're saying is, long before this, there's no reason this had to happen. This guy was properly diagnosed, he was not properly supervised, and the system failed him. He had chronic illness, and the illness wasn't properly treated. He was allowed to not take his medication. Somebody died as a result. Could have been him. It's not okay. If he wants to have care of a child, he has got to follow through completely and comprehensively so his illness doesn't incapacitate him so he can't take care of a child. It's pretty simple. Most people don't. This never happens to them. These are treatable brain disorders, and this does not have to happen.